Hello, everybody. This is Kyle Peach here in the News Channel 15 newsroom. We are watching this severe weather system that is moving through the area here tonight. We are monitoring, of course, for damaging winds and the possibility of some tornado activity out there as well. We're checking to make sure we've got everything posted here and live across our website, our YouTube stream, and on News Channel 15. So we've got all of that going. Right now, the severe thunderstorm warning line is approaching the outskirts of the News Channel 15 viewing area. So up in Marion County, Jefferson County, Franklin County, all under severe thunderstorm warnings right now. No tornado warnings. However, there have been some tornado warnings with this storm earlier tonight. We have had reports of damage. In fact, we have even had reports of some storm-related damage, weather-related damage, that occurred even when we weren't under any sort of severe thunderstorm warning. We noted a couple of big trees had fallen, damaging a couple of vehicles, even a home in the Mount Carmel area earlier today. And obviously, we saw some pretty significant winds with the storms that were in there previously. Not even storms, just the wind gusts that we were seeing earlier on the outside. I wanted to go ahead just briefly and take a look at our weather instrumentation here at the studio, just to give you some idea as to where we have been. Our top wind gust today at our studios here in Mount Carmel, 48 miles per hour. That was below, obviously, severe weather limits, and also it was at a time in which we did not have any thunderstorms in the area. And so we use that as the baseline. So anything above 48 miles per hour, if we see that tonight, which a lot of folks are expecting, that would push us further into, again, heavier winds than what we've seen earlier today. I will tell you, just kind of at the outset of our coverage here, before we get warnings firing in our area, that at my home in Mount Carmel, we lost power twice in the same hour. Power was out, I'm going to guess, for around 30 minutes, came back on for 30 minutes, and then was off for another 30 minutes. When you deal with the heavy winds like we saw today, obviously a power outage is not out of the question. If we lose power, it will take us a bit, but we have had permission from our partners at Wabash General Hospital, where they have generator power, obviously for medical reasons, to move into their boardroom area there. It will take us some time to get our equipment boxed up and out in the dark, no less, but our plan will be to get there as quickly as we can. We now have a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect for part of our area, so let's go ahead and jump back into full screen radar mode here for you tonight, and we'll tell you about that severe thunderstorm warning that is up in Clay County right now. Clay and Effingham County have jumped under a severe thunderstorm warning, so we'll move in the radar here a little bit tighter on Clay County and tell you what we're seeing out there with the storm that is moving into the Clay County area, just about to jump into Clay County. The weather service out of Lincoln is issuing that warning. So this is a severe thunderstorm warning. As we update the screen here with that information. So we have that Clay County severe thunderstorm warning. Let's see if we can get the information on that from the National Weather Service. The forecast office out of Lincoln says that the severe thunderstorm warning, let me find it here. There is a tornado warning up north in parts of central Illinois. Let's see if we can find that Clay County warning. There it is. The severe thunderstorm warning for Clay County. Western Jasper County is also in this as well. As you can see, it doesn't quite get into Newton, so it will be Western Jasper County and Clay County. And this warning is out until 8 o'clock tonight. Severe thunderstorms moving to the east at 45 miles per hour. Right now, they're saying 60-mile-an-hour winds and penny-sized hail are the main threats with this particular storm. The storm is expected to be in Effingham now at Teotopolis in about a minute from now, and be in the Louisville and Montrose area at 7:20 or so is where that warning is tracking there in Clay County. So we continue to watch that. We'll see if we have any sort of spotter reports coming in from that area. We're looking here. Not seeing anything spotter-wise with that storm there out of Marion County. And obviously it's good news when we don't see those things. The Weather Service office in Paducah has now issued a severe thunderstorm warning for, I guess the latest was for Jefferson County. So that warning is going to be allowed to expire there as we continue to try to look for any updates here from the weather services. We will obviously be passing those on to you here as we get them. We want to go ahead and let's see, on our live stream, I have, every time I click off of the radar image, I stall the image there somehow. So again, Clay County in our area is the place where we have the warning in place right now. Let's go ahead and play around with this here a little bit. We can tell you that we're tracking the storm motion, so you can see some of the heaviest parts of that cell coming out of the Salem area and actually the southern part of that Marion County line near Dix. That is the part of the storm that could impact Flora. And obviously moving off to the east-northeast there, as you see, as far as the motion is concerned. Let's take a look at any sort of hail trackers. Not seeing a whole lot with this storm, and not seeing anything in terms of intense rotation. There is a little bit of rotation up around the Altamont area with the storm there moving into Watson, but nothing in the Clay County area at this particular point in time. So again, as we continue to monitor what we're seeing here, the leading edge of this line of storms is going to impact the northern part of our viewing area first. And that's why the tornado watch, is actually in effect there until 10 o'clock tonight. And south of Highway 50, the watch is in effect until 11 o'clock. So let's, I'm going to broaden out the view here on the radar for you and give you the bigger picture here. You see there is a, just at the very bottom of the screen, you can see a red polygon that is formed there south of Benton. That would be a tornado warning in that area that would have come through, but nothing yet. And interesting to note that the warning for Jefferson County was allowed to expire and not yet has not yet been extended into parts of Wayne or Hamilton County, and it's still a ways back from there, but Benton and Mount Vernon no longer under a warning at this point. So that's what we're tracking as we go back full screen here for those of you that were on TV with us, looking at that live as we were. Let me go ahead, and I'm going to try to get into the severe weather apps here. For some alerts on my phone, as well as well, let's see here. And we will again be tracking what the Weather Service is sending out here to us as well. As we continue to get all this information in here from the Weather Service as we connecting with that direct link in multiple places here. Don't see. Okay, so now we have a new severe thunderstorm warning that is going to encompass Richland County as well. So again, we're going to be dealing with a warning for Clay and Richland counties. The warning says, as we let's get this up here. The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northwestern Richland County as well as Cumberland County. It goes until 8 o'clock. This is a long line extending from Neoga to northwest of Louisville, moving to the northeast at 60 miles per hour. The severe thunderstorm will be near Mattoon and Neoga at 7:20, Lerna and Janesville at 7:25, then on to Charleston, Toledo, and Jewett at around 7:30, Greenup at 7:35. This is very, very northern Richland County, but there is a severe thunderstorm warning there for Richland County, the very northwestern part of Richland County, and we don't see it yet on our warning polygons here on the screen, in large part because again, I don't believe that the radar system, well, there it is. Is it popping in there? No, not yet. So it is in the, again, Clay County, Richland County, and Jasper County area right now where we're watching that line of storms begin to rumble in. So let's kind of tighten down here just a little bit on that particular area on the radar side of things. So that is where we are watching right now. So let's see here. Looking for more here from the Weather Service office out of Central Illinois. Nothing there. Let's check Paducah once again. Nothing coming in there that's of interest to us at this point. The warnings coming out of Paducah are still back to the west of the News Channel 15 viewing area at this point. So we'll continue to follow along there with anything that may come in here. So Clay and Richland counties are under that warning. I'm going to go ahead and let's see if I can click back here and load up the radar image a little quicker than maybe it wants to update for me here to get that Clay County warning in, and it's the Richland County warning loaded up. It's still not there on our polygons. That's how quickly we're getting that information in here from the National Weather Service. Is sometimes we outquick them on the warnings. So the Clay County warning continues. The Richland County warning does as well. Let's see here. We have a new alert, maybe a couple of them. Okay, we now have a radar indicated tornado warning for Clay and Jasper counties. So let's get on that here. This is a tornado warning for western Jasper and northern Clay counties, as well as southeastern Effingham County until 8 o'clock. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado near Louisville, northwest of Flora, moving northeast at 60 miles per hour. This will be near Bible Grove at 7:30 and Wheeler at 7:40. Newton could also be in the path of this storm. So again, repeating now, we have a tornado warning that is in effect for Clay and Jasper counties right now in the region. And again, we're not going to see the polygon pop up here. as we're going to try to update our graphics. On the screen here for the folks watching on the YouTube side of things, and get that scrolling once again. So it's tornado warning for Clay and Jasper counties, severe thunderstorm warning for Clay and Richland counties. I guess that warning would also, that severe thunderstorm warning is also going to include for Clay, Jasper, and Richland. It does sneak over there into Jasper County. So we'll get all of that updated. Let's see if we can hard refresh to get these warning polygons to populate a little bit better than they were. And still not getting that. So we'll continue to refresh to get those polygons to update. And they will at some point. Give you the broader picture. So the rain started a little earlier out ahead of that line. Let's see here. This is for rotation near Louisville, is where the where that warning has prompted that tornado warning. We're going to try to refresh up here as well, and again, we're just not getting that. I'm going to even try a harder refresh of the data here. Just to see if we get that polygon to pop up yet, and we have not. So again, these are quick moving storms, so we're also going to turn on our rotation tracker. We're not seeing the rotation or intense rotation with these storms, at least not yet. Let's go ahead and go back into full screen mode here as we take a look at this. And again, it is in the northwestern Clay, southwestern Jasper County area where we've got that possibility of that rotation near the Louisville area. So again, we've got that going here as well. Let's see. The severe thunderstorm warning continues for 8 for Richland County. Let's see here. The that's Shelby County, so that's not going to be in our area. Rotation near Louisville, and it was the storm just to the west of Louisville, and that polygon, which we're not getting yet displayed here, is taking that storm. Let's see. I have everything here that I could possibly have open to get you updated polygons here. Not sure why they're not wanting to. Here comes a refresh, a hard refresh of the data, and still those warnings, those new warning polygons aren't firing here. So not sure what the deal is with our service and that. So we'll continue to update you here in real time, but we're watching, as you see, the Louisville area. That line just to the west of Louisville is where we're concerned with that possibility for the development of a possible tornado. And again, this is a radar indicated tornado as well. So and let's see here. Weather Service reporting lots of different things here, and we're trying to simultaneously keep up with all of the alerts that are falling. And nothing yet new here from the Weather Service here. Let's see. Nothing instantly for us at this point. So again, updating you what we have right now. The severe thunderstorm warning does continue until 8 o'clock. That is for Clay, Jasper, and Richland counties. A tornado warning to 8 o'clock continues for northwestern Clay, southwestern Jasper counties as we continue to monitor for updates. Now we have, I believe, once we hit the update here, we will have the warning polygon update for you there. So there you see that level 1 rotation. Let me turn on rotation tracker here. Also turn on intense rotation, and we don't see that rotation ring come on really until that last frame of radar. And so that's where we're watching that development out of Louisville, just to the west of Louisville, and it's kind of hard to see. Let me try to turn off the rotation tracker since we now see it there. We'll leave on intense rotation, but again, we'll turn off the rotation tracker, and again, we'll kind of move things around here a little bit to give you a bird's eye view of what we're seeing there in and near Louisville, there in central Clay County. Let's see. The Weather Service continuing to fire in updates, so let's see what we have. A severe thunderstorm warning, that is not for us. So that is what we're seeing. Also, along with this, as you might expect, when we talked about the back end of this becoming, getting us into a situation of colder weather, the National Weather Service is indicating that there's some places already seeing sleet on the back end of this system, which is just unfathomable at times, it would seem. Let's broaden out our view here just a little bit. Just want to make sure we're catching everybody up here. There is a tornado warning there south of Benton that we're keeping an eye on, as well as that might track closer towards, I'm going to slide a little further south here. You can just barely see that warning there coming onto the screen, on the bottom of the screen, south of Benton. That could move into Hamilton County at some point here soon as we continue to update that for you. And again, the tornado warning there that is impacting our area through the heart of Clay County right now near Louisville, and that is going to track up into the Newton area. Have not had any updates on that for a little bit. Let's again, we'll tighten down here on Louisville so we can see this area of rotation will be tracking to the north, we believe, of Flora, because it is moving off to the north and east. So that is what we're watching right now, is a possibility, and the radar just updated here. Let's see if our rotation tracker still holds at 1. It does. We have the intense rotation tracker, which we're not seeing any intense rotation, but we are monitoring that in real time for you here. And so the tornado warning continues. That runs until 8 o'clock for Clay and Jasper counties. Severe thunderstorm warning for Clay, Jasper, and Richland counties also until 8 as the forecasters continue to watch that. That Richland County warning just getting the very western section of Richland County. I mean, it's not even really across the border there as you're seeing. But they are working on that as we speak. Tornado watch, though, does continue south of US 50 until 11 p.m. North of US 50, it continues until 10 p.m. The tornado watch is being dropped back to the west, but way back to the west at this point. It's once this line moves through that we're seeing that. Looking for more information. Several folks reporting damage back around Cape Girardeau in Missouri, also talking about power outages, certainly and those kind of reports as you're going to expect to see. The wind advisory is now in effect for parts of the area as well. We're looking out of Moultrie County, Vermilion County. That's where we're seeing this. Let's see here. The tornado warning does continue until 8 o'clock for Richland and Cumberland counties. Let's see, did they drop the tornado warning for Clay County? Let's see. Keep getting all right, the severe thunderstorm Shelby County. Severe thunderstorm warning continues for Richland County. 60-mile-an-hour winds possible there. So that's what we're seeing right now. So the severe thunderstorm warning for Richland County continues until 8. We're looking for more information here. We've got information about a wind advisory. They are expiring that tornado warning in southeastern Franklin and northeastern Williamson counties. They were telling you about that back around the Benton area, so that will be allowed to expire and not be extended. So the radar continuing to track here this storm rumbling through parts of Clay County. Again, one of the things that is important to know is that one of the things that the Weather Service is pointing out is that right now there is only one tornado warning on the board, with that down in south in the Benton area being allowed to expire. The only tornado warning on the board is that for the Clay and Jasper County areas. So that is good news, but severe thunderstorm warnings remain all across the board. So that's what we have. We're up to date on everything that we have in from the National Weather Service at this point. We're also, again, coming back. We'll come back into the studio here, both live on TV and on our web stream. We can tell you that we are continuing to keep pace with what's going on with the National Weather Service. There's the, you can't see it on my phone, but the direct link is right here from the Weather Service. We do have something new in from the Weather Service in Paducah, but that is down around Massac County, Pulaski County, deep southern Illinois, where a tornado warning has been issued. So we're going to see this throughout the night. I'm wearing headphones. I can take those off. We're wearing headphones just to monitor the internet stream to make sure that that is coming through as it should be. But again, we're not seeing anything in terms of intense rotation. We are still tracking some rotation. The rotation ring that I just looked at here was taking that rotation north of Louisville, closer to Horde. And let's see, we have a in Clay County. All right, so the Clay County storm spotters are reporting that at the time that the tornado warning was reported, a 50 to 60 mile per hour gust has happened in Clay County. So we are getting reports of those damaging winds that we thought we could be seeing with this storm. So again, 50 to 60 mile an hour winds will take you back here on the live stream into the radar there in northern Clay County, which again would hold true to form for what we would expect with these storms. talking about the possibility of seeing some pretty dramatic winds here with this particular system. I'm going to go ahead and broaden our view just to kind of change the pace a little bit here. If I'm looking for a silver lining through all of this, is that in the center part of the News Channel 15 viewing area, stretching from western Wayne County and the Wayne City area where these storms now have moved in, as well as western Hamilton County, there are no warnings as of right now impacting that area. Again, we're happy to be getting that report in from the National Weather Service. I'm going to go back full screen with the radar here for a moment. I'm going to step away just to go to another computer here across the way and check on something weather related here. So again, getting a radar refresh here on this data. That new tornado warning there south of Benton, I think that one is expiring the next time we get a look at that. And we tighten down on what we're seeing there in the Louisville area. And again, the rotation trackers taking that more north of really on the Clay Effingham County line is where the our radar is tracking that rotation. We also see a level 2 rotation in the South Gibson County area, but no warnings because we're not really with that part of the line at this point. But that's where we're seeing some of the rotation come with this storm. It looks like we may have a new severe thunderstorm warning. No, it's a cancellation of a warning. Let's check other areas here. And again, getting warnings for parts of Missouri and deep southern Illinois at this point. And again, no other local storm spotter reports at this particular point in time that would indicate any issues with tornado damage or even straight line wind damage at this point. Again, we talk about the fact that we do have okay, so here's good news. The tornado warning for northern Clay and southeastern Effingham County has been canceled, but the tornado warning does remain in effect until 8 for western Jasper County. So that is good news. We always like to report good news. It looks like we're also going to get a update here from the radar as well. So the tornado warning now only for Jasper County at this point. As you see, it has kind of goes along with what we were just talking about when we looked at our radar, that we were seeing the we were noticing that the tracker ring on that storm had kind of gone more to the north. In fact, no, I do not. So let's tighten back up on that a little bit here. Well, I do have now our rotation tracker turn on, and we're not detecting rotation with that storm. I will tell you, we are picking up, as you see here, we'll hard refresh the radar imagery on the studio side. We were picking up a little bit of rotation in the Albion and Mount Carmel areas, but no warnings with that at this particular point. So shifting back down here into our coverage area, the tornado warning not picking up any rotation currently there, but we will keep an eye on that for you. Let's go back. We are full screen with the radar here, trying to manage two different channels with our stream and also live on television with all that we have going on. The severe thunderstorm warning for Effingham County has been canceled. The warning does continue until 8 for eastern Clay and western Jasper. Now, what I am interested in is where are we on the Richland County side of things. And let's see if if there is a warning in Richland County, it is minute at best here. Another report of sleet coming in out of Fulton County in central Illinois, which is interesting there. Let's see here. Checking other things here that we would want to know about. Again, the warning out of Effingham County canceled here. Let's see. The forecast office in Paducah, nothing near for our area at this point. Let's check here. Really interesting to see the vastness of all of the weather reports coming in. We've got reports of snow in northern Illinois that is covered by the Weather Service office in Paducah or in Lincoln. So they're concerned about snow up there. We're concerned about storms and damaging winds here. So kind of interesting to see that everything is there. Let's see here. Nothing new for our area at this point. So again, we kind of just continue to keep tabs on what we know. And again, our rotation tracker not picking up any intense rotation or any rotation really at all there coming out of Effingham County toward western Jasper County. Does look like that line intensified a little bit as it makes its move towards and through Dietrich right now, headed for Bogota and Newton next. So keep on guard there for that, as that line is looking like it is getting a little more significant there. We were tracking that rotation, and it's still showing up there. I'm going to broaden out the view again. Right on the White, Albion, Mount Carmel, White, Edwards, Wabash County lines. We'll tighten down right over Grayville is where we saw that rotation. Let's see if it sticks, and it does on the radar redraw. But that's out ahead of the line, so that shouldn't be any rotation that we would need to worry about at this point. But we are now getting this main line in to our area. It is definitely on the western fringe of the News Channel 15 viewing area. I would say that would suggest that we're lucky in a lot of respects that this happened when it did. It looked as if that could have happened much earlier. Could have happened much earlier in the day. I think originally we were talking maybe 5:30, 6 o'clock, and the line itself just didn't really get here in that stretch of time. So we will continue to monitor here anything that would come in from the National Weather Service. I want to, again, I'm just really curious about the severe thunderstorm warning for Richland County. It never really did populate, and I tell you what I'm going to do at this point. We'll just let it alone till 8 o'clock and assume that it's there. I will tell you that from Cape Girardeau through Sykeston down to Paducah and Mayfield. All of that area in western Kentucky has a straight line of tornado warnings. And so that is something that obviously we'll continue to keep pace on here, especially in the southern part of our area. I want to turn on the storm motion map here, and let's see what we're getting. So that storm that has prompted the tornado warning there south of Benton, if that storm motion would continue, that could potentially angle it in the Carmi area, or at least into parts of White County. So that is something that we'll have to definitely keep an eye on here. And again, it's kind of a holding pattern at this point from the National Weather Service. There was a report of a tree on a home up in Tolono, Illinois, in Champaign County. We do not see anything else firing right now. Again, earlier today we had the report of a 48-mile-an-hour wind gust here at our News Channel 15 studios, and that really certainly was without any storms with it at that point in time. So we'll have to kind of keep an eye on the winds as the line moves into our area here to see if we really get to that point where we have the winds that we were talking about at this point. But again, we're just not seeing anything new here from either the National Weather Service office in central Illinois, out of Lincoln, Illinois, or out of Paducah at this point for our area. I want to we'll throw you back full screen weather-wise here on the radar, just so you can continue to see what we're seeing. We'll tighten down a little bit because it looks like we have really lost any sort of rotation up around the area there in Jasper County. You can see the warning polygon has shrunk a little bit up there, only now in Jasper County, and it looks like the rotation that we're talking about is really there north of Dietrich. That's where we're watching in northwestern Jasper County, where this could be falling into play. Let's see. It looks like Central Illinois has issued. Okay, we have a new severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect for Jasper, Lawrence, and Richland counties. This is until 8:45 tonight. So this will be for all of Lawrence County, all of Crawford, all of Jasper, all of Richland County. The Weather Service says a line of severe thunderstorms was along a line extending from Hidalgo to northeast of Sisney, moving northeast at 75 miles per hour. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts are possible. This line of severe storms could be in the Newton area, as well as Noble and Olney's Airport at 7:55. It would be in Olney around 8 o'clock, in Oblong at 8:10. And so that is what we're talking about right now. As we are getting a multiple alerts now. So again, that new warning, and we'll get all of this updated on the screen for you. As I am going to get get, we've got more alerts coming in here. All right, so this would be, again, Jasper, Lawrence, and Richland. Jasper, Lawrence, and Richland counties. I'm going to get them all in here. So, again, my apologies for not talking. At times I get typing and typing and talking at the same time don't always work for me. But again, severe thunderstorm warning for Lawrence, Jasper, and Richland counties. That is until 8:45. Let's see what this is here. And let's check what we're seeing out there on the data feeds. Out of the weather service here. Getting a lot of things in here. The tornado warning for Jasper County is going to be allowed to expire. So that is good. Here in about 5 minutes, that Jasper County tornado warning is going to be allowed to expire. So we like seeing that. We have in Williamson County near Marion, roof damage reported with winds of over 60 miles per hour, likely causing that damage. So we're seeing that here as well. We're going to go a little bit of a broader view of radar here for you and kind of give you the broader landscape of things. Still seeing that little level 1 rotation south of Mount Carmel. That would be in the Kingsburg area, but again, no warning with that particular storm because that is not part of the main line. And again, that main line is going to take its time, it appears, getting into the area. So I'm going to turn off the rotation trackers. We'll leave on intense rotation. It's just sometimes it clutters up things to get a look at everything when we have too much of our instrumentation turned on here. So let's do that for you. We'll leave intense rotation on, but take rotation off. Again, that Jasper County tornado warning is going to be allowed to expire. So that will happen in about 3 minutes from now. So we will, again, look at updating our graphics here. Get that all updated here. So the tornado warning has been allowed to expire. And again, we're not seeing anything new here from the Weather Service at this point. I'm checking just to make sure. Again, the trained weather spotter did report about an estimated 50 to 60 mile per hour wind gust near Louisville. That was a report we told you about earlier. We have more tornado warnings in deep southern Illinois and western Kentucky at this point. The severe thunderstorm warning for western Jasper and eastern Clay County will expire at 8, but the entirety of Jasper County is also under, I believe, under a severe thunderstorm warning that will go until 8:45. So we have that going on, and let's see, nothing else right now. So again, we're kind of writing things out here. Lawrence, Jasper, Richland counties, you are under a severe thunderstorm warning until 8:45. It's for that line that is moving out of Louisville. That tornado warning for Jasper County is going to be expiring right now. Actually, it has expired, so that's why we took that off the screen for you there. Put radar back in motion on the YouTube side of things. And again, now we're getting more alerts. So let's see what this is going to be. All right, tornado radar indicated Clay and Richland counties. Tornado warning for central Richland County and southeastern Clay County until 8:30. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado near the Olney Noble Airport, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. It will be at the Olney area by 8:05. So there you go. We have a new tornado warning that is now in effect. Central Richland and southeastern Clay counties until 8:30. So let's let me get on here and make sure we've got everything updated here. And we'll get that back on the screen. So, severe thunderstorm warning, Lawrence, Jasper, and Richland until 8:45. Tornado warning for Richland and central Richland and southeastern Clay until 8:30. All right, so getting all of this knocked out here as best we can as we continue to attempt to follow along with everything that is going on. Again, let's see, do we have... Nothing new there. Nothing new there, it appears. Paducah has nothing new falling in at this point for us. All right, so that is the very latest that we have. The tornado warning for Richland and Clay counties, that's central Richland and southeastern Clay, until, and I believe we do have that warning polygon popping on the screen. If I refresh the data, we'll get that a little tighter. And you will see that. Let's tighten down here as well. So again, it is that cell coming out of the Noble area where we are concerned with rotation. Now I'm going to turn rotation back on here and see that we are getting a few more rotation rings out on the board here, but only level 1s. And we've left intense rotation on this entire time. Intense rotation would indicate where... Again, the intense rotation would indicate probably a tornado on the ground. We're not seeing any of that at this point. And with the amount of instability and the amount of wind involved here today, it's not a surprise to see some low-level numbers of rotation. there as we see. But again, we'll turn rotation off. We're leaving intense rotation on for you at this point. I just did that backwards on the television side. We'll get it right here. There we go. And again, the tornado warning that we're concerned with there coming out of the Noble area into the Alney area, that's what we're concerned about. And the forecasters indicating that rotating storm could be in the Alney area in the next minute or so. Radar running usually a minute or two behind. So we've got that going for us at this point. As we batten down there the hatches in Richland County at this point. Again, Lawrence County, you are under a severe thunderstorm warning, as is Jasper County with that line moving in. We're still not seeing any sort of warning with the storms that are in the Fairfield area right now. That main line is kind of catching up, if you will, with the initial precipitation, which sometimes we see that kind of take away some of the instability when we see some heavy rain out ahead of a line like this. So we're keeping an eye on that for you at this point, and we'll continue to do so. Again, you're not going to see me looking at the camera all that often. For those of you that are watching on television, just wanted to switch up the view here a little bit. The YouTube side of things, we're keeping with the radar right now. They're focused on what we're seeing in Richland County. We have no storm spotter reports at this point. Let's see what we've got here, though. That's nothing for us at this point. So, sigh of relief, nothing there for us either. Let's jump back into Paducah for a moment. Let's see here. And again, nothing that we're seeing out of Paducah has any sort of bearing on us. It's all in deep southern Illinois. All right, so refreshing here. Southeastern Clay County is under that tornado warning, and in fact, it's just a smidgen of Clay County. Just the east of Clay City, as a matter of fact, is where that polygon is in effect. It's really in Richland County at this point that we're most concerned with at this point. Let's do a hard refresh of the data here just to try to see if we get any sort of update on the radar. Didn't really see a whole lot on the refresh. We'll do it one more time. Again, we're keeping the intense rotation tracker on here just to see if we get any sort of return there. That would indicate to us more of a significant issue with rotation if we saw intense rotation come on the screen. The tornado warning for Clay County has been canceled. It is continuing for Richland County. Here's the latest update. The warning remains in effect for Richland County as of 8:06. The severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was over Alney, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. Again, it's expected to be around Alney in the next couple of minutes. So it also would include Claremont and Calhoun. So that is what we're talking about, is that storm over central Richland County. I'm going to turn on rotation one more time just to see if that has changed at all. We're still looking at level 1 rotation. Turn it right back off there with that storm. So let's update again here quickly that the tornado warning is continuing for Richland County until 8:30. And then we'll get you back onto the radar on the YouTube stream. Let's see what we're getting here. It's not for our area, so that's okay. Getting something out of Paducah, it looks like. Let's see what that is. Those are radar-indicated tornado warnings in Kentucky, so not really impacting us. We're going to pull out the radar view here on the television side and just shift a little further south. We are not seeing any warnings at all in Wayne, Hamilton, Wayne or Hamilton counties at this point. Also, I would think if we were going to see a warning for White County, it would be coming on now because that cell is moving into White County. It's just this part of that cell, because we've seen a lot of precipitation out ahead of that line. We're not seeing the severity that the folks to the north are seeing because they didn't get as much of the heavier precip out ahead of this line. So we'll hope that that continues to be the case. And I don't want to ever, convince anyone by far. I would never want anyone to think that a level 3 risk, as we've had today from the Storm Prediction Center, that enhanced risk is not significant. It is. It's a level 3 of 5. But we did not go to that level 4 or level 5 of 5, which we have seen a time or two in our area. Fortunately, we have not seen it in some time, and let's just keep that trend going. So, again, I think, yes, we're dealing with tornado warnings, we're dealing with damaging winds, but maybe we're going to see this be not as significant, let's hope, we're still early, as it may have wanted to indicate. I say that, and we get reports like this. This is from Arthur, Illinois, where a roof was blown off a barn and trees were topped and carried a couple hundred feet in Douglas County. So they can keep that. We don't need that here. But this is a pretty good line of storms, as we're seeing. The Weather Service is doing a very good job. It is dark now, and so keeping us up to speed on what we need to know, giving the warnings as they're coming in. We can't say enough about wanting that preparation from the Weather Service. And again, as we, on the television side, turn our rotation trackers on, we're seeing some rotation now in south of Newton, north of Olney, and then again over the Mount Airy area in Wayne County where there is no warning. So it was that storm coming out of Noble that was of the most significant threat from the Weather Service. All right, we have had nothing in from area storm spotters either other than a 50 to 60 mile per hour wind gust report back around Louisville some time ago at that point. But as we broaden out the view here on the television side, you can see that main line of storms getting a little harder further south to differentiate the main line from the initial wave of precipitation that we've seen. But if you look at the line that is extending from Newton to west of Olney, right over to just to the east of Fairfield, down through McLeansboro, that's the main line. That's the main event. That's the front that is supposed to be bringing in the severe weather, and it has brought in those warnings for us here tonight. And it is still prompting some warnings there. We do have a report of a 54 mile per hour wind gust at the Flora Airport that occurred at 7:55. So about 20 minutes ago, we had a 54 mile per hour wind gust there in Flora. So there is that. Nothing new other than that for our immediate area here. So radar redraw on the television side. Again, we'll tighten down here again. We'll get that same redraw on the YouTube side of things as well. And again, better in line, the rotation tracker there between Noble and Alney. But again, we're just not. I'm just not seeing much again. And again, no news is good news. We certainly would want that to continue here. We'll shift this a little further south. I still would like to keep Newton in the shot, so we'll do that as best we can and get you a little bit better view over the rest of things. But 15 more minutes on that severe thunderstorm warning. Let's broaden out here maybe. And then, so a tornado warning has occurred north of Crawford County, out of Toledo for a storm that we're seeing there. But again, as we shift further south, it is the only warnings on the board are north of US 50 right now. And that is, again, I'm going to shift this a little further north just so we can get Newton in the shot there. But again, you're watching this line as it develops and moves through. We now have a severe thunderstorm warning, it looks like, down at White County. So let's see what that will be about. The National Weather Service for Edwards, Wabash, and White. So we have a severe thunderstorm warning until 9 p.m. for Wabash, Edwards, and White counties. At 8:13, a line of severe thunderstorms extending from Parkersburg to Norris City was moving northeast at 55 miles per hour. 60-mile-an-hour winds will be possible. This will include Mount Carmel, Carmi, Albion, Grayville, Lancaster, West Salem, Crossville, Allendale, Belmont as well. So severe thunderstorm warning for Wabash, Edwards, and White until 9 o'clock. So let's it's going to take some time getting here. But it is now officially a warning. So again, we're getting all of the information on the screen as we can here on our YouTube page. And again, that out of the National Weather Service office out of Paducah. Let's see what else we can find for you here. A new severe thunderstorm warning. No, this is not new. Jasper is now out of the warning up to the north. But Lawrence and eastern Richland continue under a warning until 8:45. So Jasper County is out of the warning. The warning continues until 8:45 for Lawrence and eastern Richland counties. The line is from 9 miles southeast of Casey to near Parkersburg, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. This would be in the Bridgeport area at 8:30. Lawrenceville at 8:35. The Lawrenceville then sends airport at 8:45 on the updated timeline. So let's jump back in very quickly. I'll remove Jasper County from the warning. And then get the radar back up in motion here. And again, let's broaden out the radar view here, because we are now seeing that warning. Now that Jasper is out of the warning, I'm going to tighten down here a little bit and get us all the way in. So Carmi right now is dealing with this storm. We'll shift further south because now Jasper County is out of the gun there. So as you look at down around Carmi, where we have the warning, I want to turn on our rotation trackers there. We are seeing a level 2 rotation now over the Mount Carmel area, but again, that may be with that initial line that isn't as significant for us. We are getting some storming. It's a new word. We're getting some storms, hearing some thunder on the outside here at our studios. Let's see if we have anything else. More of the tornado watch is being canceled back behind the line here as it passes through areas. So Jasper, Lawrence, Richland still under. The Clay County is not, though. So Clay County, the tornado watch has been canceled, but Clay is out. Jasper, Lawrence, and Richland are still in. The severe thunderstorm warning for eastern Richland and Lawrence counties continues until 8:45. And the tornado watch now has also been canceled for Hamilton and Wayne counties. So the Weather Service getting off of that. So basically, if you go, I don't even want to say 130 really, but if you go west of 130, you're no longer under a severe thunderstorm warning at this point. So Hamilton County, Wayne County, Clay County no longer under a watch at this point. We are continuing to monitor the tornado warning there in central Richland County, but we're not detecting any intense rotation with that storm, and we're not seeing anything from storm spotters that would indicate anything significant there. More warnings coming down in Kentucky. At this point, we do have reports of, let's see, not from our area. Just making sure. We have nothing new to tell you about other than what you see on your screen. So right now we're talking about the tornado warning for another 8 minutes or so in Richland County, the severe thunderstorm warning for Lawrence and Richland counties until 8:45, and for Wabash, Edwards, and White counties until 9. Looks like we are getting some warnings now over in Indiana, where they have been patiently waiting for the arrival of this line. So, again, that's what we're looking at right now. One thing that I have not done a very good job of is to check our YouTube live stream for any comments. So I'm going to step away from this view for a moment. So we're not really seeing anything comment-wise from those that are following along here. Getting reports of freezing rain in Peoria, so you're getting a little bit of everything out there right now. So again, we are checking in to see that we do not have any comments anywhere that we're seeing from our viewers. So if you've got anything to share with us, please reach out either on our Facebook page or on our YouTube live stream, and we'll share anything that you may have to report to us there. But again, a couple more minutes left on the warning out of Richland County, where that tornado warning is in effect. And let's see what we have here. The tornado warning for Richland County will expire at 8:30. So the Weather Service is going to allow that to expire. The storm which prompted the warning has moved out of the area. The warning will be allowed to expire. So that is what we're seeing there. So the good news is Richland County is about out of the mess here. There is no tornado warning in Lawrence County. There is that severe thunderstorm warning. And then, of course, the warning, the heart of this storm right now, and we have seen some intensification, at least with a heavier rain part of this in the Albion area. So right now, Edwards County is under the gun, all the way from West Salem to Grayville. Carmi just about through the back side of this at this point. So we have that right now. The severe thunderstorm warning, it looks like we're going to maybe get an update here. Is that? No, that's not what we want. And let's get back here. So there you go. No storm spotter reports at this point. Going to work on. Let's just do a refresh while we're at it. We'll turn on the hailstone tracker, and we're not seeing any hail right now. We'll turn on the rotation tracker. We are seeing some low number level rotation. But nothing that would be of alarming status right now coming in there out of central Edwards County. And again, I told you earlier here in Mount Carmel, we saw a wind gust top out at 45 miles per hour. That was pre-storm. And so that is, again, we'll see if that holds as far as the wind is concerned. If we see any other wind gusts that would top that. And again, it kind of still looks like the answer to that is no, still at 48. We're at 11 miles per hour right now at our studios in Mount Carmel, out ahead of this line, of course, that we're seeing begin to rumble through. So we're focused on that Richland, Lawrence, Edwards, Wabash, White County area where the line is moving in and kind of intensifying a little bit as it progresses. And I want to remind you again, should we lose power here at our studios, if we lose power, it will take everything we're doing down, including our live stream to YouTube. We will regroup and attempt to get to Wabash General Hospital, where they have offered us a place to hook up to power because they'll have generators running there. We won't leave until it's safe to do so, but we'll reconnect there if we do lose power here at our studios. Interestingly enough, I am not aware of any power outages that are in our area from this system. In fact, the last update from Wayne White Power was back at 12:20. Let's take a look at their outage map here and see what it looks like. They do have some power outages, but not a significant number. There are 29 outages in the Decker area, 1 at Burnt Prairie, 3 in Albion number 3. So less than 1% of the Wayne White coverage area has a power outage at this point. severe thunderstorm warning does continue till 8:45 for Lawrence County. Richland County has now been dropped from that warning. So, again, we're kind of seeing warnings clear a little bit here. The tornado warning for Richland County will expire here as well. So Lawrence County has a severe thunderstorm warning until 8:45. Wabash, Edwards, and White counties have the warning until 9 o'clock. And so that is what we have, the very latest. No tornado warnings now in effect. We're down to the severe thunderstorm warnings for Lawrence until 8:45, Wabash, Edwards, and White until 9. Again, we're starting to see this make its entry into very western sections of Lawrence County, very western sections of Wayne County. It is pretty much mostly through Carmi and Norris City at this point. I'm going to hard refresh it here on the screen for you. Are we actually seeing intense rotation trackers on the screen at this point? Let's see what happened here. Turning on rotation, that's showing not much, but look at this. We have 2 intense rotation tracker rings on the screen, and we've not seen that. We've not seen that today, but we're seeing that now show up there in southern Crawford County as well as near Bone Gap. So I'm going to tighten down here on that intense rotation tracker ring that we're looking at that is impacting our area. And again, it is right along the Wabash-Edwards County line. No tornado warning that I am aware of has been issued. Let's get down here to Paducah. We did note that this line looked to be intensifying just a little bit. Hearing the heavy rain, fall upon our roof right now here in the Mount Carmel area. And again, I'm not seeing anything from the Weather Service that would indicate any change to the warning status, despite the fact we're seeing an intense rotation tracker ring right there over the Bone Gap, Mount Carmel area. All right, I'm going to turn off the intense rotation tracker so we can get a better look at what is under that, right over the area east, well, really Bone Gap and points east. And again, just kind of reaching out here to see if we're going to get anything else, and also kind of getting into that gustier wind section now here in our Mount Carmel studio. And the Weather Service is saying that the severe thunderstorm warning now for White and Edwards is canceled. The warning does remain in effect until 9 for Wabash County. They are indicating, okay, with the warning for Wabash County, they are indicating that a tornado can be possible. Now, with the latest, just the very latest, well, it turned it off, though. I turned it off. So it is still showing that intense rotation tracker there over the Bone Gap area. We're in the throes of this now in Mount Carmel. I can hear it on the outside. The severe thunderstorm warning for Central, White, and Edwards counties is canceled. The warning for Wabash County continues until 9. The Weather Service indicating just 3 minutes ago severe thunderstorms along a line from Lancaster to Poseyville moving east at 50 miles per hour, 60-mile-an-hour winds can be possible. We've heard some pretty significant wind and rain on the outside. It looks as if right now our top wind gust still holding at 48. That was earlier in the afternoon. We're at 24 miles per hour right now at our Wabash Valley College studios, and we may not be into the most intense part of this yet. But again, I do kind of I'm turning off the intense rotation trackers just to get a better view of what we're seeing right now. But you can see, we'll slide a little further south here because, again, I don't want to leave the folks out in the Lawrenceville and Carmi areas, so we'll broaden out this view. There you see Carmi pretty much is in the clear, so we're going to slide a little further north and keep the folks up in Lawrence County as well as Wabash County in the fold here, because that's where the heftiest part of this is at. Let's do the hard refresh. We'll go full screen with radar for you so you get a better view of this on the television side. And again, let's try to tighten down here over the Lawrence and Wabash County areas. It looks like Albion is through the thick of this at this point in time. Again, we're still holding at that 24 mile per hour wind gust here at our studio right now. That's sustained winds. We do have time remaining on that warning, and I didn't update that warning, did I? So let's do that now. Edwards County and White County are dropped from the warning, so it is just Lawrence and Wabash County in our area that is under the gun here. All right, so hold the phone here for a little while longer as we ride this out together. Checking our weather instrumentation one more time. Still, I've not seen a wind gust go over 25 to 30 miles per hour here with this line of storms as it is moving through here in Mount Carmel. I'm going to try to get what we call the hard refresh of the radar data, and there it did kind of swoop that into the Mount Carmel area. I'm going to turn intense rotation tracker back on, and we are not seeing that intense rotation tracker. It is on now, but we are not seeing that. Turn it back on the stream. We saw that intense rotation tracker come on there for a moment. That got a little tense, got my attention certainly. But you can see that the heaviest part of this line has now pushed through Edwards County, all in the clear. Richland County, all in the clear. It is Lawrence County, really for this point, White County is for the most part all in the clear here. As again, we focus our attention on Wabash County and Lawrence County. And that Lawrence County warning runs for about 7 more minutes. The warning for Wabash County continues until 9 o'clock. And again, I've not seen any reports coming into us of any reports of damage here. And so that we loving that. Just a few more minutes, and Mount Carmel will be through the worst of this. So we are again moving right along here. Let's see. Nothing new in from the National Weather Service, or so it appears. Damage reports are non-existent. They're all coming down in Kentucky and Missouri at this point. Still are the storm spotter reports. Again, Hamilton, Clay, Wayne counties have all been dropped from the tornado watch as we continue to watch this unfold here. Let's think a little big picture here. Let's go back out and get you a refreshed view. You can see the tornado warning box is cleared, and really the warnings now stretch from Wabash County through Lawrence County up through Crawford County. And we'll await. Again, everybody wants to hear me say all clear. We're not quite there yet. We do have a few rotation tracker rings. These are not significant at this point. We've left the intense rotation tracker on, and we're not seeing any intense rotation. We're going to try to do one of our hard refreshes of the radar data once more. Nothing really new flying there. We're wanting to get you that all clear just as much as you'd like to hear it, but we're not quite there yet. In the Louisville area, they're reporting that the temperature has dropped 18 degrees in the last 45 minutes, which is a pretty significant total. So we're hearing, again, the temperature dropping behind this front. Let's see, we're getting a couple of new alerts in here. Nothing for us, though. And let's see, Paducah. These are all down in Kentucky still. The warning for Wabash County does continue until 9, about 3 minutes left on that Lawrence County warning, and then things will start to improve here across the area. Do expect, excuse me, do expect that changeover to much colder weather. I got an alert on my phone from my weather app that I use that says tomorrow's high is 31 degrees. It'll be 41 degrees cooler than today. That's welcome to weather in southern Illinois. That's a big difference. But it appears that we're just about to get through this with, again, coming off relatively unscathed. We are seeing snow back in western Illinois around St. Louis at this time. So the changeover from rain to snow is back in the St. Louis area. We're not expecting much in the way of snow, so don't panic about that. But nonetheless, it's still a possibility, I would suspect, so that we would see some snow. All right, let's go ahead and focus in on what we're seeing here. Again, focused in on what the Weather Service is saying, and nothing new. So fortunately, we had tornado warnings in Clay and Jasper and Richland counties earlier tonight. Somehow Wayne and Hamilton counties never got a warning at all, and then Edwards, White, Wabash, Lawrence all had severe thunderstorm warnings. And again, it appears now that the worst may now be over. I don't want to sound the all clear until we get definition that the warning is being allowed to expire, but we are seeing that it appears that the heaviest rainfall, which would be the front, has now passed through Mount Carmel. It's still got some work to do up there around Allendale, and certainly Lawrenceville, not yet to it yet, the heaviest part of that line. But let's check our wind gusts. Once more here. And let me go back to that, and we'll get our... we never topped that 48 mile an hour wind gust we saw earlier today. I'm going to report that into the Weather Service here so they have that. And so again, we're just kind of waiting this out for the last few minutes here. So that is the latest that we have. Again, probably one more radar refresh that actually refreshes will probably about clear it out of the Wabash County area. Just waiting on that little northern section there to get out of harm's way. Let's see what we have here. Of all things, we have a new severe thunderstorm warning for eastern Lawrence County until 9 o'clock. The severe thunderstorms along the line from near Lawrenceville to St. Francisville, moving northeast at 75 miles per hour. Russellville and the Lawrenceville-Vincennes Airport at 8:50 is the timeline of that. So, again, we're looking at see here. So now Lawrence and Wabash County will be under the warning until 9 o'clock. We couldn't get free with without one more little warning coming through. So again, Lawrence and Wabash County under that warning until 9 p.m. So, that's the latest. We're, again, probably about one more radar redraw away from clearing us all here. As we, again, checking messages, checking all of our Weather instrumentation here. Wind gusts now at about 12 miles per hour. I'm going to check in on our... can check the rainfall amount and the temperature as well for you here in Mount Carmel now that the high today was 71 and we have cooled to our low of the day of 53 at this point, and we have picked up almost 4/10 of an inch of rain with the storms and the rain that we have seen today. Again, we got a little bit of a head start on that rain earlier. But again, we'll go back full for the radar for you here. Again, just kind of waiting for all of this to come to an end. It looks like we are close, not quite there just yet, but about 10 more minutes on the warnings that are in effect. And again, 9 o'clock is our target time to be done with all of this. Just clicked randomly on the television radar screen. Try to refresh again and see if that helps us. We are now clearing Wabash County. So Wabash County is now out of the warning, and the only county that remains under a warning is going to be Lawrence County. So the Wabash County warning has been canceled officially, as it has exited the area. So right now, the only thing that we have left is the Lawrence County warning. Excuse me. So, that is the latest. Excuse me. I'm going to get choked up now that we're about out of this. But we're not going to call the all clear until Lawrence County is out of harm's way. And at that point, we will step aside from our severe weather coverage for the day. Again, if we tighten in on Lawrence County, it is right now in the Lawrenceville area, tracking off to the east. You can see Lawrenceville over to Vincennes is really where the warning is in effect. So traveling right along Highway 50 there is where you will find the worst of it at this point. Let's see here. Making sure I'm still with you. And now that latest radar redraw, as we tighten down here a little bit up on Lawrence County. We'll go ahead and put our hail tracker back on. We're not detecting any hail. We are seeing a little bit of rotation, but not anything with intense rotation, which we're leaving on the screen now all the time, given that the little episode earlier where we did see intense rotation indicate very, very briefly. but the warning for Wabash County has been canceled, and the warning for Lawrence County is all that remains. So, eastern Lawrence County is it until we can sound the all clear, and then just be prepared for winter to return tomorrow when you head back to work and school tomorrow, because it will be chilly. The high temperature tomorrow is really, it's going to be rough tomorrow. Here in Mount Carmel, we're expected to cool from 54 degrees at the top of the hour here down to 45 by 11 o'clock. And we'll get down to 33 by 6 a.m. And as you head out tomorrow around 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, it'll be 29 degrees, and we will be around there all day tomorrow. So the temperatures may top out, technically speaking, tomorrow. The high could be 40 degrees tomorrow or thereabouts. But for most of the day, the temperature is going to struggle to find 30. So another couple of days of winter, it looks like. Is this the dogwood winter? I think someone said we've got all those winter types that we deal with, various forms of it anyway. But we're just about to kind of wrap things up here, waiting on that warning for eastern Lawrence County to expire at 9 p.m. And we are going to see a winter, oh good grief, that's a wind advisory, not a winter advisory, a wind advisory start to now in effect until 10 o'clock on Monday. This is going to include Clay County to the north. So they are starting to get some of that in there. So we will see some gusty winds tomorrow. But again, the storm for Wabash County has been canceled. The warning for eastern Lawrence County is going to expire at 9 o'clock. And then we'll be about ready to call an end to our severe weather coverage on this day. We appreciate you for being here with us tonight. In the modern era of social media, we have lots of different options to choose from where you can find all various forms of severe weather coverage, and been here with you for a long time. Appreciate you being with us here again tonight. We are, again, wrapping up our coverage at this point, and not doing it yet. 2.5 minutes or so till that warning in Lawrence County will expire. Let's see, these are probably warnings in Indiana, and it does appear that that is the case. You could also be watching the Oscars tonight. So eastern Lawrence County, you're the last ones to clear off the board. And here it is, officially. The severe thunderstorm warning for eastern Lawrence County will expire at 9 p.m. That alert just coming in. So when we get to 9 p.m., we will officially be all clear. Cell phone standard time says that is 90 seconds away. We will be returning, by the way, on News Channel 15 with our local newscasts that you have come to follow and watch along with us. We had spring break this past week at Wabash Valley College, and so we did step aside from the news for that. We also, our friend Eli Grimes, who is my colleague here, was captaining our crew down at the Super Sectional in SIU Arena, where we go and video stream that for the IHSA. And so we stepped aside from the news, but it will be back on Monday night. We'll check for any storm reports that may have come in. Did not see a one outside of some wind gust reports, but no damage reports from our local area have come in with this storm system, which is great news. We're not going to complain about that. But again, it looks like we have survived one more storm system together. We appreciate you joining us. So recapping kind of give you the broader view here as we wrap this up. We'll go making sure we can see everybody. The back end of the rainfall for now is moving into the Centralia area. And let's put the radar back on the screen here on the live stream as well. And again, we're going to wrap it up here for you tonight from News Channel 15. It's now 9 o'clock. That means that all of our, go back to the radar, that all of our alerts have ended. The rain is going to be with us for a bit, but that too will come to a close. And that is going to wrap us up for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us, and again, thanks for choosing us here at News Channel 15. We greatly appreciate you being with us here tonight. And again, the news will return tomorrow night. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. We are all clear from the severe threat tonight. I'm Kyle Peach from all of us at News Channel 15. Have a great night.
Teaching kids about money is an important step, and the Student Plus account from the First National Bank makes it simple. It's a free checking account designed for students who are learning to manage their own spending with tools that help parents stay connected. With spending limits, real-time alerts, and instant transfers, students can build smart money habits while parents have peace of mind. Getting started is easy. Visit the nearest branch to open a Student Plus account and choose the features that fit your family best. The Student Plus account from the First National Bank. Parents choose the controls, students